Hello, Park Ridge. Hope you're having a great week this week. Wanted to make you aware that we're going to be sending out an email for those of you who are members of our church so that you can be involved in the process of helping us nominate and select and put in place new administrative leadership team members as well as new deacons. We have several that are rotating off right now of their time after serving for 3 years. They've all done such an amazing job helping us, and we're sad about losing them, but we're also excited about the new people who will be rotating on once we go through the process. So the way it works is you'll get an email. There'll be an opportunity within the context of that email to click a link, go to the link, give us any of the nominations that you may have, and then we will take that respectively with the administrative leadership team and the deacons, working with the pastors, to put a list together, to interview any potential candidates to serve, to see if they're qualified and willing, etc. And then we'll bring those names back to you as a church body for your approval, so that we can move forward as expeditiously as possible. So thank you for praying about that. Thank you for considering who would be great people to serve in those critical and important roles among the volunteer leaders of our church. I want to read to you today from Matthew chapter 24. Here's the word of the Lord. As he sat on the Mount of Olives, the disciples came to him privately, saying, "Tell us, when will these things be, and what will be the sign of your coming and of the end of the age?" And Jesus answered them, "See that no one leads you astray, for many will come in my name, saying, 'I am the Christ,' and they will lead many astray. And you will hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that you are not alarmed, for this must take place, but the end is not yet. For nation will rise against nation, kingdom against kingdom. There will be famines and earthquakes in various places. All these are but the beginning of the birth pains. Then they will deliver you up to tribulation, put you to death. You will be hated by all nations for my name's sake. And then many will fall away and betray one another and hate one another. And many false prophets will arise and lead many astray. And because lawlessness will be increased, the love of many will grow cold. But the one who endures to the end will be saved." And verse 14 says of Matthew 24, "And this gospel of the kingdom will be proclaimed throughout the whole world as a testimony to all nations, and then the end will come." In the new series of messages that we're in right now, entitled "Who's Your One?", we're really emphasizing all of our responsibility to reach those people who do not yet know Jesus. Also, a big piece of who we are as a church and a part of our statement and our mission is that we want to express the love of God and go to the nations with the truth about Him. I have this view, maybe it's a romanticized view, that either on a mission trip or in someone's living room or at a Starbucks across from a cup of coffee talking with someone about Jesus in any of those settings, at that point the Lord will return. And that I would be found faithfully doing exactly what God has called me to do, and that's share the gospel with those who don't yet know Him. I really believe that's the call of all Christians. I don't know when Jesus is going to return. I don't know if it will be in my lifetime or some other time, but I do know that He has called us to share the hope of Christ that is within us, that men and women, boys and girls might come to know Him as Lord and Savior. And when that has been accomplished across our world in the way in which God intended, that's at least a big piece of Him returning. As we read the other terrible things that are going to happen before the return of Christ, you can almost look at the newsreel today and say, that's kind of where we are. All the headlines point in that direction. We know that we don't know when Christ will return, but I know that I, for one, want to be ready and faithful and active in my faith and in my obedience to Him, of sharing the hope that is within, that Jesus Christ, crucified, risen, and coming again, is the only hope of our world. I pray that you will be involved in that journey of hopefulness and faithfulness and evangelism as well. So, who's your one? Who can you tell today about the love of Christ? I hope you'll act on that. God bless you. Praying for you. Love you guys. Hope to see you very soon.